fine. Thank you for having me.
Love, love, love your energy. Love it.
Thanks.
Obsessed. Obsessed. I want your food now. Like, I don't even need to continue. We just need to have whatever's on your plate because if this is who
Oh,
you
I just had the
are,
best fish and chips. The best fish
really.
and chips ever. So delish. So you're welcome to come anytime.
No, you just inspired me now. I'm literally trying to have like an energy here and like a few snacks because I don't want to eat on the job. I'll get like, I'll get very tired. But let's get right into it. I mean, this is an amazing, a palm oil story. And when we think about the oil industry, we think about some of the mafias that own it. We don't necessarily think of countries like Malaysia who are, kind of dominating and making sure that they are, being powerhouses in the production of palm oil. Talk to us about that.
So yes, absolutely. And I mean, everybody knows palm oil has always been the sort of the bad boy, the person that's killing orangutans and deforestation and all the bad stories around palm oil have been floating around. And Malaysia has really put in years, decades of work in changing that narrative. Because palm oil is in everything. It's in our cleaning supplies, in our food, in our skincare products. It's basically in everything. And Malaysia's really taken the forefront into creating sustainable palm oil to be used in these ingredients. It's not about only the palm oil that we use and we just take anything anymore. It's about responsibility. And Malaysia has really taken the foreground of that, with 90% of their palm oil produced in Malaysia being certified sustainable at this point, and growing, which is an incredible feat. It's incredible. So it's been a great partnership with SA Chefs and Malaysian Palm Oil and me, head of education. It always starts with education for me, and making sure people know what they are using, what they're putting in their food, what they're putting in their customers' food, and what they're putting in their bodies.
Why is
So
that?
that's the gist of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And why is that? Why is it important for us to know, and specifically not necessarily the consumers, but the people working with the ingredients, the chefs, the scholars. Why is it important for them to know what's in, the foods that we are eating, the products that we use as well?
Because it all boils down to and cooks and people in the food industry. And this goes to consumers as well. It's not just about creating tasty food.
Mm,
It's not just about making money if you're talking industry. It really is also about nutrition.
mm,
Because a healthy country is a forward-moving country. And we need to have palm oil or healthy ingredients in all our restaurants, not only in the fine dining ones in Sandton or Saxon World or Camps Bay, but
mm,
as far deep as our feeding schemes in Alex and in
mm.
Tembisa and those places where we need to ensure that what our kids and what our people are putting into their bodies are at least beneficial and not detrimental to their health. It is a big story. It's bigger stories around it, with people and school kids not getting healthy, falling ill. So making sure that people are educated on what they're using and how they're using and how this could be beneficial to people is really what the Malaysian Palm Oil Council and the whole of Malaysia and the palm oil industry, together now with SA Chefs, was trying to bring across to our chefs in the kitchen, making sure it is important because we don't just want to give you pleasure in cooking delicious food. It
Mm.
must also make sense from a health point of view.
Yeah. And you know what's really beautiful to see, and I think it's also the rise of social media and, people kind of interacting with their products. We've seen that consumer education is more important now. People are more conscious of what they use. Why is it important now, especially for the consumer, to know and make good decisions about the palm-based products that they're choosing to consume?
Because there is huge deforestation, there is huge impacts on our environment. There's a lot of us on this planet.
Mm,
So it is up to the consumer to read the labels. If we're looking for something healthier, something sustainable, and when we speak sustainability and healthier, it's not necessarily only about deforestation and the animals, and it's also the people and the renewable, the transformation, the moving forward. So it's personal or people sustainability, food sustainability. So reading the label from a consumer point of view is extremely important in making the right choices because there are bad products out there or
Yeah.
place products from places that are not using sustainable practices. So you must make the right choice for not only your business, but your family and for your future. And that comes down to reading the label and getting educated. We have enough information being fed to us all the time through social media, like you said.
Mm.
So we need to be able to discern what is that of that is true,
Mm.
what isn't, and how do I implement that in my life.
Yeah.
And the consumer, like anybody else, is very conscious of about that right now. So that's why these kinds of programs are so important for sustainability on the global market.
And are we paying attention to our ethical sourcing? We're paying attention to more climate conscious consumerism. We're paying attention to biodiversity. How is this going to transform the African culinary industry?
But you see, this is really where we're going back now to our roots, our literal roots, and
Mm.
how we can't produce everything in South Africa. But we as South Africans are actually very good at using produce that isn't overly processed. We eat and grow our own food quite often.
Yeah.
We have fertile soil for it. So when you get down to the nitty-gritty of it, you also now, when you are putting pesticide-free cabbage or carrots or whatever on your table, make sure that you are frying it in something that is also sustainable. And that is
Mm.
really moving the industry forward. COVID has changed how the culinary industry in South Africa is evolving. We are getting smarter about what we're using, and things are getting expensive. So we're
Yeah.
also getting financially more smart in what we are using, how we are using it, and making sure our people are safe.
Also,
So
that,
that's where
yeah.
we're going. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I was saying that you're actually tugging onto my heartstrings there because I grow onion, green pepper, the red peppers, and I'm looking into rosemary, thyme, and parsley now. And
Oh,
you know,
wow.
when you said that we need to also, whenever we grow our vegetables, fried in something that is also sustainable, I think that was it. Kind of brought it back to a human experience on a day-to-day basis. Because when we see
Mhm.
this, we see it from a production point of view, from a manufacturing point of view. So we can't necessarily place ourselves as individuals in that process, which is quite interesting. And to those young chefs who are listening to you right now and trying to make sustainable choices in their kitchens, what would you say to them?
I would say carry on and teach each other. The Gen Z, is it Z? Gen Z,
Uh,
our young generation,
yeah.
are an incredible generation.
Mm.
They are going to change the way everything works. They are health conscious, they are buying conscious, they are sustainable conscious. Um, and for them, I say, keep doing what you're doing, make the right choices, and keep learning and reading and make your own choices. Don't just stand and take whatever whoever says it. That's not a fact. Go
Mm.
and research and read about it. And then make sure that you read the food labels so that what you are putting in your food has been certifiably sustainable.
Amazing stuff. Elsie, thank you so much for joining us today. And that fish and
Oh, thank
chips,
you.
you've inspired me. I think I know what's for dinner today.
It's also because you're hungry, but absolutely. But remember to fry it in palm oil so that you also get the
1000%.
benefits of
R-
that.
Right, right. Thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
You too. Thank
Bye.
you. Elsu Gericke there,
Bye.
who's the head of education at the South African Chefs Association. A beautiful one there, kind of like streamlining the value chain of our food, you know, especially those who are growing their food. I know that there are a lot of more people who are investing in that, you know, growing even some of the veggies that we should be buying. But, you know, you're growing your spring onion here, your peppers here, and then imagine you do that and then you fry it in something that is not biodegradable or not climate conscious. It kind of, you go backwards, you know, it's taking 10 steps forward and then like 20 back. So it's quite a nice and conscious way of being more intentional about what happens in the kitchen. 13:57 Central African time, 3 minutes to go before we head to the top of the hour. We're going to head to the second hour of the show. Also got a really cute book. I'm going to tell you guys why I got this book and why I'm telling you I got this book, because it's part of the conversation we're going to have in the second hour. But for now, let's enjoy a jammy jam right here on The Upside.
magenta.